from the heavens, as celestial because she is a gift from moon. She is the meaning of Nova. She is a new heart for Ditto, and I, celestial Nova, is gonna be our sky. Celestial because she is a gift from moon. Nova, she has a newly gifted home here with Ditto. I heard the front heifer is just so happy. I keep having to check in on her to make sure she's real. Celestial is heavenly and Nova's new. Celestial Nova is a burst of love and brightness. She is a gift from the heaven. I think Moon worked real hard for her to be placed with us. Celestial Nova, a gift from Moon and heaven, bringing joy and excitement to our ranch, right into our daily lives. So much more brightness, so much more movement, so much more real life. Celestial Nova, increasing brightness, invisible with the naked eye. The definite explains her awesomely dramatic life and her placement into our hearts.
Howdy. I made it. I'm here. Ooh, look who didn't like that. Who said, hasta la vista? Don't be saying howdy to me, beach. She's like, I'm out of here. Okay. So, y'all missed it. I mean, it was just like seriously 4 minutes ago. Okay. So, I had the camera down here under the desk, and they were both just going around circles around the desk. And they would stop and look directly into the camera and then keep going. And then they went over, sorry, they went over onto the other side of the desk, which is the living room. And they started wrestling and playing really fun and like crazy. So I put the camera because I unplugged everything and redid all the plugins. That'll teach me. I have one thing that I'm not sure, but I think it might be my scanner. Yep, it's nope, it's not my scanner. I don't know what this one thing is. So I have one thing that it's an electrical cord and it plugs in, but I don't know what it goes to. So no, anyway, so I unplugged everything and organized it all so that she hopefully will not jump up and grab one thing, although I am on Wi-Fi. So we might lose some things because I didn't plug in the hard wire, um, because I only plug that in when I'm going to stream. And so it's not like the front thing that I do because I'm an idiot and I'm cool with it. So anyhow, the whole thing is I did all that, and so I was able to move the camera to show them wrestling in the living room, and it was so cute. I actually was sitting here watching it going, "I should go live now. I should go live now. I should go live now." Well, I didn't go live now. And right when I hit go live, well, she flipped anyway. She laid down, and then when we went live, she flipped over to lay over there. So We're just saying. Bobby wants to know where the freak is Queen? She wasn't feeling well this afternoon, so she said she may not make it. And I told her I don't want streaming to make her sick. So I am totally okay with not streaming. I told her that, I would probably go ahead and stream anyway because, well, we said that we would, right? And so, I would have no problem coming on and just talking, um, because I can fucking do that. No, that's not the right password. Um, but I can friggin' talk. Have you met me? Bobby has, and he knows I can talk. No. Um, so so anyway, I she look, it was in her time, I think it was 2 o'clock when we finished last night. It was something like that. Plus then we're still working on getting the whole um body used to the new time change, right? And she had to get up at 3:30 yesterday morning to go to work. So we're just saying the woman's got a lot on her plate, and I don't like giving her a hard time because of it. Because, you know, I'm the one who was going to stop streaming, and she's like, no, because you like it too much. So she's right, because I do. Um, I enjoy being here for you guys. Um, but at the same time, I don't want her to end up with the same outage. That was Moon. I don't want her ending up with the same outage that I ended up with. Okay, so now then they're both up moving around. She went into the little celestial, went into the whatchamacallit. She went into the kitchen and she's licking Ditto's dog food. So she's in the dining room. She's licking Ditto's dog food bowl clean. She just, because she can. Why wouldn't she? She totally, totally can, you know? So we're just saying. Anyhow, so howdy to 1776 and howdy to you too, Bobby. Snipes in the house. He says, "Heidi ho, everyone! Lots of family stuff. I'll check in later if you're still on." That's the way to do it. And Bobby says, "Oh, she's a wuss, not a wuss. The poor thing is worn down. I understand what she's got going on in her real life, and it's a lot." So yeah, 1776 says, "Hi, to Bobby and a Snipe." Snipe says, "That pup is so friggin' cute." She is, but what a personality. The cat is just busting me up because I had the plumber. I think I told you guys about the hole in the wall that I had the plumber cut and then leave. And so she climbs or little Snoopy truck. Here we go. They're going the wrong way this time, though. Oh, well, she's like, I'm just going to stop right there. Um, but little Snoopy truck goes in and lays down between the outer wall, and the tub. So that is currently what he is saying is his safety zone. So he's been going in there. Well, he's coming out for dinner, and I give him raw chicken also. So he was out on the washing machine, and I looked in, and I fed the two whiteys, and then I looked, and there he was going, what about me? So I went and I fed him, and I loved him, and I left the door open. He's like, I think I'm gonna go back. And I'm like, no, mommy's right here. You just wait. And bless his little heart, he stuck around. And then I figured out while the two whiteys were eating that I would go ahead and crack the back door in the laundry room for little Snoopy truck because I think he was trying to figure out how to use the itsy bitsy cat box that I put in there for him. It's a little small, and I understand, but it was something because I don't want him getting a urinary tract infection. So I think he was trying to figure that out. And so instead, I went ahead and I cracked the door, and then I showed him that he could go out it. So he went out it, and I think just before I came on live, I heard him come back in and get back up on the washing machine. So he's trying. So he is trying. But he is little Snoopy Truck bless his sweet little heart. He is trying. Ditto is also being a really good big brother right now. I mean, just so good. I have to because with a deaf dog, you have to tap them to start teaching them what's okay and what's not. But I have been bit by my nephew dog Snipe, or not Snipe, Mac, who thought I was beating on Moon. Okay. And it's like, no, that's how I have to get his attention. You can hear me, but Moon can't hear me. But trying to tell that to a dog, it's like a moron talking to another moron. No, not even to another moron, because that would imply that just maybe two morons could speak the same language. Yeah, I don't even know how to go with that. So anyway, that doesn't happen. So anyway, Moon is like, don't yell at my sister, and he gets all in my face and kind of tries to change my thought. And she's just like, I'm gonna act like I don't know that I did anything wrong. And she's smart because I can tell when she knows. So she is learning to wait. She is learning no bark or to be quiet. Um, I'm I'm yelling at her to do no yelling in the way that I yell with a high pitched voice. Apparently, I hit a level that only a deaf dog can hear. Um, so she turns and she looks at me like, "What the fook's that?" And I probably, okay, that's two of you that caught me. I probably did call Ditto Moon. Um, Well, no, wait, I may not have. I don't know. I was talking about Moon because Moon was deaf. Moon was the dog that I had before Ditto. And that's why Ditto got the Ditto name. So Moon was blind and deaf also. So I don't really know. I'll have to go back and listen. I may have I a couple of times I think I have accidentally called Ditto Moon. I thought I had finally gotten good at that. But now that Moon has been on my mind so much because we have Celestial, I may be accidentally calling Ditto Moon. Ditto's like, "It's okay, ma'am. I'm good. I know." And because Ditto did save my life after Moon's passing, it was only 3 days later that I got Ditto. So, um Bobby says, "Yeah, the DST is messing with me too." Now I don't know what the fook the DST is, but you know what? They put me on live chat over here too. So I may be missing conversation. Bobby says the sun is in the wrong friggin' place. Oh, daylight saving times. Yes, it is. It's I mean, and I hate the fact that I'm waking up at 4 o'clock and thinking, okay, I only have an hour left, but then I hang out for that hour and don't sleep. I don't even know how to explain it. So anyway, 1776 says that was Moon. I don't know. It probably was. Oh no, I did. Oh, when he went by, I called him Moon. No, that was Ditto who walked by, but first. Um, or knocked knocked the camera over. Did I call? Oh, I'm so sorry. I know you're such a good boy. You forgive me. Whoops. You forgive me so well. No, no bark. No bark. You can come complain over here, but no bark. There we go. And how many times will they do this? I don't know. No bark. No bark. Okay. So yeah, that's ditto, not moon. Either way, queen's a wuss. Either way, queen's a wuss, says Bobby. Bobby says, also Snipe said that. Snipe says, I didn't say anything about Queen, in public at least. And then Bobby says, Queen is a wuss. I hope she hears this. Hey, how you doing? Hey, look at, yeah. We could fix this and we could put this so that, yeah. And then I'm gonna pull it down and make it go boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, I did. I pulled it down. Anyway, for a second, Bobby, you could see the lights that were under the desk, but I put the other light under the desk now also. So, yep, both me and her look really big. I mean, I am big, but we both look a little thicker on camera. That's cool. Bobby says she can't do nothing. I know she can't. If you're talking about little celestial, she can't do nothing because everything is a learning lesson for her. So um, she was in. I took a shower this morning, and she decided she was going to be next to the shower door and guard me. And at first, Ditto was okay with it, and then Ditto said, "Okay, you done good. You're done." Relieved of post. Ditto made her leave the bathroom, and then Ditto laid by the door. And of course, that meant she had to go ahead and bark and imply that somebody was at the front door, right? Bust me up, um, because you know, yeah. So anyhow, then she came back and she laid across from Ditto, as was like, oh yeah, no. And so, oh, you said something then, Snipe. Yeah, because he said not in public. Snipe says, I honor the queen. And Bobby said, I have to find that last statement because there's a lot. Bobby says, no spoon in sight, so take that, queen. And Snipe says, unlike that Gabby in 1776 says, oh, Snipe, don't be messing with Gabby. You'll get an iron skillet or two. Eating Raoul. I'm just saying, that's a movie. Snipe says, I don't bite anyone. I can't say that. Um, I don't know. She's okay. I don't want the doggy cam to just be like no doggy. So yeah, you guys get to go on car sickness um car sick field trips. I'm sorry. Um and Bobby says, laugh my fucking ass up. Laugh my fucking ass off. Yeah, Snipe's a biter. And Snipe says very hard. And Bobby says, Moon, you mean Ditto. Yeah, I did. I because again, I swear that Moon sent her the way it all worked for her to be mine. I swear that Moon was watching over the both of us and said, okay, got it. So yeah, I meant Ditto. He's good. He gets it. Man, you're getting everyone mixed up. You should live in my head. It's always mixed up. That's why anytime that somebody tries to write down in stone shit, what I say and what I mean, they know what I mean. But you know what? They're gonna go ahead and twist the words. It's like at a certain point, if your dick is that tiny, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I bite the bottom of the bread off. Um, I don't like the bottom of the bread. So anyway, 1776 is bitter biter. Bobby says, "Can I be the cat?" Why? Because you would get raw chicken. He gets quite a bit for his size. He is spoiled, but again, he thinks he's a dog. Yeah, before talking about Moon being deaf, but then I do think that's when I did call Dingleberry Ditto over here. That. And Sin is actually lurking and cooking dinner. Good for you, girl. What's for dinner? We want to know. I got mine. I'm proud of myself. I did get mine. Hey, Squaw Bob over there, um, in the Rumble thing, saying, "Poor little doggy," and sending hugs. She look. You know what? I'm going to do something. Oh no, I have to get up. This is going to be a hot mess. Hold on. I didn't give myself enough room. Move. Can you move? Good girl. Move. Keep going. Over. 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 Look, your brain hasn't kicked on yet. Okay? Where's my phones? Oh, I didn't even have to get up, but I did. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm just saying I'm an idiot. We all know this, right? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to, I don't think I did this before, so I'm going to do it because Squabab may not know. Okay. So, and anybody who watches the streams later may not know or understand why she is such an important little factor here. Okay. I have to do this. Give me a minute. It's not so easy for me to find what I want when I'm not ready for it. What I want, what I really, really want. Okay. I said that out loud just in case you weren't really sure. Um, okay. I'm sorry. I had to read a completely different thing. And yeah, I'm going to keep moving when she moves. Look, if you don't want me to move it, then you won't get to see her. Okay? I'm just saying. Why didn't it bring me to the post? Why didn't it bring me to the post? It didn't bring me to the post. I don't want to add her as a friend. I don't know. No, no. Oh, now you know what? Because I wanted to do it earlier, and I pulled it up really easy and fast earlier, and now I don't know where it is. How wucky sucky is this? I don't like how every platform is changing so very, very much. Okay. Nope. Every platform. I'm not going to be able to pull the story up. Maybe I can on my old phone because it might not be the platform as much as it is the new phones. Right? That can happen. Oh, so our airplanes, our Cal Fire planes have been flying over all day. It was a little bit upsetting, but they were going all the way over to Menifee. They weren't dealing with the fire here. It's like, okay, great, fine, thanks. I appreciate the confusion because have you met me? I've got some serious confusion going on here. Okay, wait a minute. I may have reminded her to delete it. I may have reminded her to delete it. That might be what happened. We're gonna look, this is the problem. It's just me. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Not that you need to see it, but going to read the um the posting for her. So, but give me a minute. Um 1776 said like, "Hey ya George." And then she said, "Hiya Sim." Bobby says, "Dog shit transport." I don't know what that one is. See, that's when I need you to explain in my ear. 1776 says daylight saving times is messing with me too. Yes, bark. No, no bark. No, was talking about Queen. She's not here, so she can't do nothing about me calling her a wuss. Exactly. Ain't nobody want to live in your head. No, I don't even sometimes. I got enough in my head to deal with, says 1776. And Sin says, if it's that tiny, just snip it off. I'm not sure what we're snipping now because it's been a while. 1776 is laughing at Cynthia. Gabby says, Cynthia, oh, oh, yeah, the small or the small penis thing. Yeah, right, exactly. 1776 says, look, I got there on my own. Hiya, Gabby. And Gabby says, hi, and Jenny, hi. Hi, sweetheart. And Bobby says, "Ask him." I know, I stood up. You got a full shot. But hey, you know what was best is that I put a pair of pants on it first. Okay? It was like I only wore the pants yesterday for the time that I sat here on the stream in case I got up, and sure enough, I got up. So yeah, I got up again today. So you're getting to see my elephant britches. They're my elephant britches. Bobby says, "Why you got a snitch, Heidel?" And 1776 says, I got Gab's back. Maybe. And then she says, move it all you want. And then Bobby says, but what has Snipe ever done to you? He's only here to please women. Just saying, because Bobby's got proof of it. It was his own words, and really, the way that people clip things and then put it together, it is just true proof of facts. We're just saying. So there. Gabby says, Heidel, oh, I saw that. Thanks, girl. And then 1776 laughs at Bobby and Gabby, and then says 1776 says Gabby and laughs and sends kisses, and Gabby's laughing snip snip, and she's just dead. Bobby says no one ever says hi to me ever, not once. Didn't I say hi, you Bobby? Didn't I say how you howdy, Bobby? Because well, I love you. So I just feel like we've been talking already, so you already know that I said hi. But if I didn't say hi, Bobby. Anyway, so here's the thing, okay? This is the post that first mommy put down. Oh, sure you do, says Bobby. You know I love you, so hush, puppy. Anyway, this is what first the post that first mommy said. This is a hard post for me to make, but it is the best thing to do. At the end of July, we came across two dogs that had been run over about 200 yards apart from each other on the road. The first one we found was a girl, and we thought she was dead. She had tire marks going over her head. So, my husband only stopped to wait. My husband only stopped to drag her off to the side so that she didn't get hit again. Once he got closer, he realized she was still breathing. So, he put her in the back of our truck. The other one was her brother-in-law. He didn't make it. She slept for about 3 days. I would go in every few hours to give her a syringe of water to keep her going, and, well, about a week later, she had completely pulled through. I took her to the vet. They said she was about 10 months old at the time and confirmed that she is a double merle, which, well, I had never heard of before. I had. The brother was the same. That would have broke my heart if I'd have seen that. Um, they didn't stand a chance out on that road because they're both deaf and partially blind. We named her Helen, as in Helen Keller. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen. This is the post, Gabby, that drew me to little Miss Celestial down here. Shortly after rescuing her, my husband's cousin had offered to take her, but because she's a nurse, she really didn't have the time that she needed with her disabilities, and well, she wasn't potty trained. We took her back because all the shelters were full, and thought, we could give her a home even though we already had a pack of 5. Unfortunately, 2 in our pack refused to accept her. We've even gone as far as sending them off to obedience school, which wasn't cheap, and they still came back hating her. To no fault of her own, I do need to find a new home for her. It absolutely breaks my heart because I love her so. And she loves us and tries her hardest, and she really does. But my loyalties have to remain to my original dogs, and it does. She's so incredibly sweet, great with kids. She's fine with cats. She's good around farm animals, but she needs to be with someone most of the time. She's getting better with crate training, which she doesn't need around me, but she's training herself because, well, that's the den that Ditto utilizes. That one worked kind of fast, didn't it? And because Ditto uses it, she's teaching herself to go in it, but I don't close the door. So anyway, where was I? Um, great with kids. She's fine with cats. She's good around farm animals, but needs to be with somebody most of the time. She's better. She's getting better with the crate training, but needs to be corrected for barking in it sometimes because they don't like it when they have minimal eyesight and minimal hearing. They know that they become um, prey for other animals, so they can't do that. They know that it's instinctive. They know. So anyway, she's about 95% potty trained, 100% now with a 5% room for error. She has become my little shadow buddy, going with me everywhere I go and is great in the car. She needs work on the leash. She's doing really good with the leash. Can somebody come work with Ditto? Because I'm telling you, that dog needs help on the leash. Because she loves to just do circles around you. That's the problem with these dogs. That's what they do. They're a herding animal. That's why Ditto needs help because he just goes around me and I just kind of reach up and let the leash go around. It's the only way I can do it because I've tried. He tries. I'm just saying. So it's quite annoying. And I understand it. Um, she loves to run along this golf cart and play, play, play. I'll explain the golf cart situation in a minute. Because of her disability, she would be best suited with somebody who either works from home or can bring her with them to work because, well, she doesn't do well for more than just a few hours. If you're able to provide her the home she needs, duh, then she will become your baby, and she's my baby. And and I don't know. That is one of her first photos. Do you see? So anyway, that is the posting that I received through the grapevine, and that's why it took me so long. And the old phone works better than the new phones, but that is the posting that made her ours. Okay. Now, I did explain yesterday that she does have a scar on the back. Is it the driver's side? Let me see. Let me see. Open up. Yeah, the back driver's side on the inside door, um, or on the inside tire, the back driver's side tire. She has a scar going all the way down because a great big huge horse ran her over, and that I think happened after she got ran over by a golf cart. So we're just saying it just happens. So she's doing really good that she's with us. That's her story. So I'm just saying this is why she's our puppy because that and I don't know. I might have already read it to you guys, but I didn't think I had. Because I read it to my bestie today and she's like, "Oh my God, all that trauma?" Yep. She goes, "Yeah, she's for you." So anyway, ba-bum, bum, ba-ba-da-da-dum, dum. No one ever knew. I said sure I do. I do. Bobby's like, see, Lars, I love you. Okay, I'm just saying. Damn it, need my soundboard. She's a liar. She's a liar. Well, we know it's out there on the internet. Gabby says, Bobby, nope, I don't lie. And then she says, Heidel, what's she reading? That was the story of the that that's the backstory of this lovely little celestial nova. And Bobby's like, the back of a box of Wheaties. And oh, and Gabby says, Bobby, wow, that's deep for the Wheaties box. Bobby says, that's how they sell it to millennials. I'm not a millennial, I'm a boomer. And 1776 says, Gabby, I stepped away from the screen to put dinner in the oven. Oops. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I think you figured out what I was doing. Gabby says, Heidel, no worries. And 1776 says, Gatsby. And Gabby says, Shinny, Beck, driver's side tire. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's easier to explain cars. It's that a way. And so it's easy to explain animals that a way too. You know? At least that's how it's always been easy for me. Does that make sense? So it's the driver's side rear inner tire that it's a tire. The car moves on tires and so does the animal. Oh, wait, those are legs. Yeah, but they're still tires. They're still moving. I'm sorry. So anyway, 1776 says, "Oh my gosh, poor girl. She looks so much better." She does. And she is, Gabby. So 1776 said she looks so much better and Gabby says she's the cutest and she is the cutest. And yeah, she is my focus. So sorry folks. Um she is what she is, but I want you to notice, wait a minute, how far those paws right there are from each other because, well, brother is not getting much sleep at all because he is watching. Look how tired he is. He watches over little sister constantly. He won't put his head down, but he will fall asleep kind of with his head up, and then when it starts bobbing around, he's like, "Yep, nope, that was enough sleep," and then he'll keep an eye on her some more. So they bust me up. They are such a team. They are such a team. So anyway, uh, Adair is in the household. Hello, honey. How are you? And hello, Gabby and Shinny. Hello, Adair. Gabby can come on stream if she wants. The thing is in the Discord in the link, but I don't know that you want to, so I understand. Um, so anyway, 1776 says, "Yep, driver side rear tire." Um, then says, "Hi, Adair." Bobby says, "Ding dang, SQL, making my brain all loopy." I don't know what SQL is, but loopy is fun. I forgot to breathe today. I really forgot to breathe. I know it sounds retarded, but that's me. And I totally forgot to breathe. So I'm sitting there doing something, working with the dogs, listening to TV, listening to a stream. And then all of a sudden I looked up at Ditto and I was all really Fruit Loop and Noopy dizzy. And I'm like, whoa. And I went, oh, I wasn't breathing. I totally forgot to breathe. This is your first time here, Adair? Well, welcome. You don't have to behave. No, we don't behave. We don't. I mean, we're behaving tonight because it's just me, but we don't have to behave here. We really don't. As long as YouTube doesn't mind, we don't mind. So Gabby says, I totally understand that, and it's hilarious and definitely the best way to describe everything. Yep, that driver's side rear tire works out good. And Gabby says, Adair, hi, and sends hearts. And Bobby says, well, also, there's lights in his friggin' eyes. Well, not hers so much. In his, there are, but not so much in hers. Because again, you have to remember, pretty much blind, but she sees way better than my moondoggie ever saw. 1776 says, right, Gabby? And Gabby says, Adair, how's PB going? And then says, Adair, thanks for coming to say hi. You the best. And that is nice. It really is. So thank you so much, Adair, for swinging by. I didn't realize. I guess because we spoke over in Discord, um, and I am just who I am. So I didn't realize that you hadn't been here and we hadn't carried on a conversation, even though over there it's all voice. In my head, it's all voice. Yeah, I'm one of those people that I all voice it in my head when I'm reading. 1776 says, Adair, welcome in. And then Gabby says, Shinny, well, girl, I had something similar happen to me today as well. I was driving and then I shook my head and was like, how did I get here? Oh, wait, but did you take like an aspirin or a Tylenol and drink it with soda? Because if so, that's the effect that you get then. You know, I'm just saying. So you just be careful. And then 1776 says, behave. What's that? Exactly. We try not to know what it is, but we do require it from the dogs. We just really do. Bobby says, that thing Gabby does, that's called behaving. That's what it is. And Gabby says, Heidel, laughing, 100. Yeah. Wait, that's a yeah. Yeah, that's not a yeah, but it's yeah. What's that mean? Inspecting and looking for an answer. Adair says, we watch murder trials and can never say the M word. I know. I don't understand YouTube because I think I have a little bit of common sense. Are you back there, honey? Little Snoopy track. It sounded like you come back into house. I think he's back in the house. Um, so anyway, I'm sorry, right in your guys' ear, but I have to acknowledge him because I don't want him thinking that he's not part of the family anymore. He just has to get the balls, which he doesn't have any of, but to come back in the house and get to know the new puppy. So anyway, yeah, it doesn't make sense that you can't say that. And you can't type it. And it's like, wait, if you're having trials, you know, AI needs to pack it to the right for a while because it's starting to curve too much and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Um, and then Gabby says, Bobby, meh, behaving is boring. And 1776 says, right, Gabby, and starts laughing. And Bobby gasps. And Gabby says, Shani, I shared your live in Discord. Well, thank you very much, Gabby, because we don't think to do that. We just really don't think to do that. I used to do it. I figure people who want to know, they know. If they don't want to know, they don't know. But sometimes I will go, you know what? Let me just tell people who may not know. Um, but I never want the creators of other things to say, you're taking my people. I ain't taking nobody. I am not taking nobody. I don't want to take nobody. No, no. Take your own cult following. I don't want to be doing that. You know what? I know that everybody's ancestral. I'm trying not to be anybody other than me. And because of what happened to me my whole life, I'm not really good at with incest. So there. Does that make sense? I'm just saying. So you took your Adderall, but did you drink Coke or soda? because you shouldn't. Do not drink. This is what people aren't told. Do not drink sodas when you're taking pills. Just don't do it. It's just don't do it. 1776 says that might be what happened then, Gabby. Just saying, it could be. Bobby says YouTube is purely ad driven and advertisers are really jumpy. So naturally, I block them all. Me too, and fook them in the arse. See how I am? Fook them right in the arse. Fook them hard. Fook them several times and call your friends over. Gabby says Heidel and is laughing 100, 100. It definitely had its input today, that's for sure. And then 1776 says balls. And that was for the cat who passed away. But, we love him. Gabby says, YouTube be just rude sometimes. Sometimes you're just so polite. They is always rude. Um, Bobby says, taking ownership of audiences is hilarious. Well, see, here's the problem. Like with people like me, uh, nobody can own them because I can watch somebody for 6 months and then be like, I need a change. I I ADHD brain kicks and goes, can't do it anymore and move on. And that's how I find new people to watch and follow. What I was watching today was so awesome. Um, it started with the first stream had three young guys on it. And by young I mean, 35 to 45-year olds, okay? And then they had one old man and he was he was a Marine in Vietnam. Um he, I think his name was Frederick Clinton Branch. I could be wrong. That might not be the same guy. I would have to see what his wife's name is. Mm, hold on just a moment. God, that looks like him, but it doesn't look like him because he's so old right now. So I don't think it's him. Anyway, the thing that I was Major James Capper. Oh, 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 I got it. I got Okay, hold on just a moment. I want to see if I can cuz I don't know what I can do and can't do cuz that I can't do because what an idiot would I be. Okay. So, let's go over here to the games for a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Ugh, you know what? Fook me in the arse. I'm going to stay right where I'm at because I can be. Okay? So we're just gonna do this like this. Bear with me. Hey, you know what? This is the only thing that I haven't figured out how to be really good at this. But I'm good at it. I'm good enough. Okay. Huh. Okay. But that's back in the hello. I don't know. Let's just
Popped
do
up on
this.
our
Okay.
radar, I think about a couple
So
weeks ago, and
I'm an idiot.
man, I just want
I
to
think
say,
you want my
I think,
fooking face still
I
up
mean,
here,
it is
right?
a real honor to have you here.
That's
You're
not
the
what I
first
wanted.
Vietnam
I don't know
veteran
what
to
I
be
just
on the
did. That
show,
wasn't what I
and
wanted.
that's
So
something that I've been really
anyway,
looking forward to
it
getting somebody on the
wasn't
show
this one,
that's
but it
served
was
in that
similar
war,
to this one.
and to have you here
It was
is
it was
just. I'm over the moon about it.
it was this
I'm. It's
guy. It
such an
was a
honor to
story
have you
on this
here.
guy
We
right
haven't
here.
documented this war
Oh
at
my
all
God.
yet,
You
and
have to
so
watch
So
his
this is
story.
this is something that I've been real excited about, and so thank
Amazing.
you for making the trip.
Amazing. I
It's good to
mean,
be
I
here.
love amazing
So I want to
stories.
get right
Listen,
into
you
it.
can
So
ask
I want to do a
Celeste
life
about that.
story on you,
This
and
guy,
from what I understand,
amazing.
there's a really
And
good
not just
possibility
one,
that your Silver Star might be getting
snake,
upgraded to
17-foot
Medal of
long that
Honor,
they brought out of
and
the jungle
I hope this
and
gets
put
to the
on a
right people to
helicopter. They
make that
brought
happen. I just
two
want to put
because the
that
first
out
one died.
right up front
But
so everybody listening
oh
understands,
my
how
God,
important
awesome, funny,
this
awesome.
interview is, and
Just
and
breaks your heart.
we want to be a
Love
part
him.
of
He
making that
was an
happen,
officer, but
and
because he
documenting
was out there
your
in the
life
field
story. So
and
everybody
would put
starts
his
off
life
with a
first and had
introduction.
dropped so much weight,
So
no
here we
one
go.
believed him, first of all, at
Major
50.
James
I'm
Capers.
sorry.
You
I
are a
wasn't.
retired United
Wait,
States
it's
Marine
not
Corps
supposed to
officer
be
and true
funny.
American hero. You're a pioneer
Why is
in
it funny?
reconnaissance training
It's
tactics
not playing on
and
my side.
recognized for your legendary career that overcame
It's not
obstacles
playing
and
on my
broke
side.
barriers on
Okay, you
and
know
off the
what?
battlefield. You are one of
This
the
is the guy, the
first
black dude.
African
Forget
American
this dude.
Marines to
So I'm
serve in the
deleting
elite
it because
Force Reconnaissance Company.
even I have no control over the website. I had no control over it. Go figure. It just decided to go, oh, you're going to share the website? Okay, here, we'll just go ahead and do it. And you won't even have to watch it. We'll just share it. That's something I'm going to have to learn how to do on my own in over here in the lovely, what are we in? OBS. Yes, I got confused. But anyway, this the Vietnam Marine Commando Silver Star recipient, bless his heart. His wife died. His wife died after um how many, I think it was 5 days after their 50th anniversary of cancer. I'm sorry, Gabby. Thank you for letting me know, honey, because this isn't StreamYard. And even though I had it paused over here, oh, I'm sorry, Buggies. I'm sorry. There's you go. I'm sorry. There you all are. There. You guys are just a lot. So anyhow, I watched his story and it was so awesome and all of the things because I mean, he talked about things that people were telling him you probably shouldn't talk about because it was a war situation. And he's like, I don't care. I'm old. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna talk this crap. So bless his sweet little heart, he did. Um, and shared some of the hard things that he had to go through. And then I went from that to because there were three guys on the show, and then one of the other guys had his own show. Um, and so it after it was done with him, it went over or because I was trying to sub to him, but it went to another thing before I found the mouse. And so then I pulled up another one, and it was one of the guys, and it just kept going and going and going on these heroes. I mean, the reason that we have the Super Bowl is so amazing to hear that guy's story. And it's this guy, this dude, Major James Capers Jr. Was going to take a flight at like 80 years old. He had already had his Silver Star, and it was right after the September 11th situation. And look, 911, don't be lazy. There is a whole bunch of lives lost. Don't call it 9/11. Take the energy from your lungs to put life into the whole words September 11th. 911 is so lazy, boring, and disrespectful. It's September 11th. So anyway, um, he was taking a flight, excuse me, to Washington D.C. I believe is where he was going to go. And hold on. excuse me, he had his silver star, but TSA wouldn't let him get on the plane and they made him take off all of his clothes and they took his silver star from him and passed it around and everything because they thought it was one of those, you know, stars that the fighting stars, the whatever, one of the Asian thing fighting stars. So they thought he was dangerous. They didn't understand that he was a silver star recipient. So you know, even after all of those years he was being questioned about it. So anyway, um the last I said was balls. So I that's what I did all day, and apparently I got involved in one of the stories, and that's when I really stopped breathing. I'm just saying. Gabby says, YouTube just be rude sometimes. I already read that. Take ownership of audience. Heidel, feel free to share it in my Discord. Um, Gabby says, Heidel, feel free to share it in my Discord anytime in the what you're watching. You're more than welcome to do that. Thank you. But, we'll forget. Bobby's like, wait, what? Gabby says, Shitty, I drink water during the day. At night, I have a few rum and cokes. But if it's not, I'm not even worried about the rum. It's the Coke that I'm gonna say is more dangerous with seriously, even aspirin. And it's such a fun. I got lost 3 times on the same drive home. It was fun. I took that drive 2, 3 times a day, and I got lost 3 times that day. So don't just randomly have a soda during the day. I hate soda without liquor. Just smart girl. I'm just saying. 1776 says, thanks, Gabby, will do. Adair says, regular TV ads are all big pharma commercials. Right? Lately, especially because I don't pay for cable or anything. I do antenna TV like we did in the old days. Okay. I should be able to watch as much free TV as I want to watch on the limited channels that I want to watch. Well, okay, that means I now have, unlike the day where we only had three, ABC, NBC, and CBS, and then you had your PBS over in the UHF. I have a ton of channels for free, and I'm even up here in the hill, and I am missing um, two of the big channels. The I am missing ABC and CBS. I don't have any of their channels. I wish I did, but that's what I get for living out in the boonies. So, because they don't service to the boonies, we might want to know that the world is on fire or has come to an end, but we live way over here. So, why would they want to tell us anything? They won't put an antenna up. But anyway, yeah, no. Um, well, the problem with it is, yeah, we get stuck watching all the big pharma commercials. They're trying to it's a repetitive showing how much they want us on drugs. And then you start listening to all of the side effects. And why would you want to? I just want to know what moron wants to be on disability that bad. Seriously? Thank you. 'Cause all I did was just move the camera over here. It's not like I move my feet or anything. But the minute I get you there, then you're like, I'm gonna move. So anyway, um, and then Gabby says, Adair, yep, 100. 1776 says, exactly, Adair. And Bobby says, eating crayons will do that to you. What, make you like get dizzy and forgetful? And it's only if it's the red crayons. 1776 starts laughing at Bobby, and Gabby puts a whole bunch of red crayons in there, going num, 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 num. And see, she picked the red. And Bobby says, I knew it, Gabby. And Gabby is just laughing, dying, laughing. Love you, Bobby. And 1776 says, only red. 1776 agrees with me, only red. So not inclusive. Laugh my ass off. Adair says, what's nom, nom, nom? It's the chewing sound. It is Adair. It's the chewing sound. And Bobby says, like, laugh my ass out. What? I don't know. You know that when I talk, I don't listen to myself. Like, there's no fun in that. And then Gabby says, Adair, laughing. Yep, exactly, 100. And then Adair says, "You're funny," to Gabby. And Gabby says, "Shinny, I can't hear you over him. I turned him off. I don't know why. Just because I shared it, I have to figure out how to Bobby, that's something I need to know how to do one of these days. You'll have to teach me because I brought the video up and then I paused it right away. But because I put the website in, it just was running over in OBS, loud and fucking clear, obviously. Sorry. I could have just turned the volume down, but that wasn't I didn't I didn't come on to play somebody else's stream. But God, I would love to those guys. They were all so much fun. My head is still so bruised inside from her banging me upside of it. I mean, it hurt. Bobby says, Shane, it's really loud and we can't hear a word from you. I don't know what I said, but I'm just telling you, this man's story was awesome. Gabby's Bobby laughing. Adair's like, num, num, num. Well, I'm trying to eat my dinner. Last night I made my dinner, okay, and I left it in the oven, okay? And tonight I made my dinner. I put it on the plate. Yeah, I'm really not eating it. 1776 says, Shanny, lol, can't hear you. Vid is loud. I'm sorry, but I deleted it. But I'm just that far behind now. Gabby says, Adair, I'm dying laughing. Gabby says, woohoo, I can hear now. And Gabby says, Nam. Uh-huh, exactly. The older guy that I dated, he was in Vietnam, and I would wake up with him choking me. And, well, it would take a while to wake him up. Bobby says, now Ditto is going to whoop her ass. What did I do? Gabby says, my papa fought in Nam, lost his arm, got 2 Purple Hearts. This guy lost a leg. But he was in the Marines. And they were going to force him to retire and they didn't. His story is so good. Bobby says, I heard about Nam. The roller coasters were brutal there, all wooden. No, that's San Diego. The roller coaster we have down at the beach, which you'll never go to, is all wooden. Adair says, nice, Gabby. And Gabby says, what? Huh? 1776 says, what fucking idiots TSA are. Exactly. What? Yeah, exactly. Oh, geez, Shinny, lost 3 times. What did I lose? Oh, me coming home from Patch's house? Uh-huh. From the aspirin and soda intake. See, you knew I was going to need a reminder because it was so long ago. Yeah, but it was fun. I laughed so hard. I'm driving down the road. I didn't have my kid with me. I was driving down the road laughing my ass off and corrected my thing. And then when I was done laughing, I was doing good while I was laughing. But then when I was done laughing and everything calmed down, I would like come to again and go, well, where the oh shit, and then I'd have to recalibrate. Uh, it was so fun, but I was warned, and I thought she was insane. Something so simple, she was not insane. That's when you can take a trip and not even leave the farm. Um, so Gabby says, Heidel, that's a good day for me. I was gonna say something about oh, I know what I was gonna say. Gabby, I don't know if your papa is still with us, but if he is, tell him thank you. There was not enough thank yous from back then. They went in there, they did what they were told, they did what they were supposed to do. Okay? There's a lot these days that if it came right down to it, they were just in it for the paycheck and they are not going to follow instructions, even though they've taken the taxpayers' money. So I'm just saying, um, thank you. Tell him thank you. Just saying. So Bobby says, she's taking some hardcore shit. Well, she is. I'm not. I never did. 1776 says, law, careful, Gabby. Adair says, if I got all the vaxes I'm told to, I'd have tracks like a druggie. No shit. I'm still a purebred. I no. Not doing that. Not doing it. Nope, nope, nope. And that's why is because you'd have tracks. I have veins that a drug addict wish they had. Apparently, they don't even have to wrap a thing around to get to the veins. They pop out. Even in my fat arms, they pop out. Um, and yeah, they would be shriveling up with all of the vaxes. We're over on Rumble if they stop me, because I will never know if I'm stopped. I won't. 1776 will still tell me over in Rumble that YouTube got dropped, but that's okay. It's not a thing. So Bobby says, I keep I I hit the damn I hit the damn I did that. I hit the damn Oh, she woke up. I hit the damn camera. It's hard because it's like right beside me, right in my see when she wakes up after a good deep sleep, her brain sometimes gets wiped, and then she has to be reminded of things. Okay, we're gonna try that and see how that works. Because I can move. We don't care what I look like. I look like crap. I know it. So it's okay. Anyway, um, I forgot what I was talking. Oh yeah, but no, that is, it's just about big pharma making money, and that's all. And they're only going to push it because they've got their buddies that they have to pay. So Gabby says, I stopped watching big pharma commercials when they started saying that one of the side effects was anal leakage. I was like, nope, nope, absolutely nope, not doing it. Nope, you couldn't pay me enough. Exactly. Exactly. Bobby's like, I keep hearing distant rumbles. Can't tell if it's thunder or what the hell it is. Oh, well, it's not my tummy, and I can't remember the weather web page I was looking at yesterday. But it would have told me. I could have zoomed right onto your street and it would have told me what you thought you were hearing. But I can't remember. I can't remember because I'm an idiot. Um, Oh, I look at me, and I should still stay signed in. I told this when I wanted to. You buttholes! Eh, oh, what? Okay. Um, yeah, honey. There is, there is, there is, there is the thing right over you, right, right over the top of you. It's seriously, I can't. It's right over the top of you. Okay. Now it's not going to tell me what the fook, because I'm not smart enough to know how to read the dang thing. I just know that it's there. But I can tell you that it's going from the west, the southwest, to the wait, yeah, from the southwest to the northeast. And you're kind of in the middle of it right now. I'll let you know if this thing updates. I'll let you know when you're not so much in the middle of it because you're basically in the middle of the storm right now. I'm just saying. Um, Adair says, Gabby, lol. Cynthia says, still lurking, eating dinner. Me too, but what's your dinner? And 1776 says, so it took the side effects of anal leakage for you to stop watching them then, Gabby? And started laughing. And Bobby says, okay, that's thunder. Friggin' storms can't burn my yard waste. Wait, you're talking to a Californian, okay? When we can't burn our yard waste, it's because we have Santa Ana conditions and it's too dry. So they won't give us the permit. Are you saying that because of the rain you can't do it, or they put a stop to it because of the storms and said, no, you have to wait until the storms pass? Not sure how they do it. 1776 says, welcome back to Cynthia. Oh, she's still listening. Gabby says, Shinny, want to hear Adair's favorite joke? Sure. Why aren't there any pregnant Barbies? Because Ken came in a different box. And he hasn't gone for the full surgery yet. And Bobby says, go figure. Gabby draws the line at anal leakage. And 1776 is laughing at Gabby. And Gabby says, Heidel, yep, that's where I draw the line. Anal leakage, line drawn. It's not the only line, but that's a pretty good fucking line. I want to know. I don't want to look. The older that I get, they say I'm going to end up in diapers. Now, look, I can sneeze and believe them. Okay. I don't want to sneeze and have the back door fly open and have to believe that. I'm just saying. Okay. So 1776 is dying laughing at Gabby. Bobby says, just use a sport cork. Just saying. 1776 says, no need for sorries. Continues on with laughing at Bobby on the sport court. Then Gabby's laughing. Adair is saying, Bobby, lol, say cork soaker 3 times. Wait, cork soaker, cork soaker, cork soaker? Is it supposed to come out like cocksucker? Because I'm probably going to be able to say that one a lot better. Cocksucker, cocksucker, cocksucker. I feel like I've said that a few times when I'm mad. Bobby says, you stepped on Ditto's sister and he came at you right quick. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I he's very protective of her. You got to say he is a really good big brother. 1776 is laughing at Adair. Gabby is saying Adair. Bobby says, at the beach. Yeah, no, not going there. The water vapor, mostly fish piss, and it seeps into the wood, and then the whole coaster smells like fish balls. I told you you'd never go. But we have such an old one there. I think I told you about the time that I was a little girl and we were paying to get in, and the roller coaster goes by the opening of Belmont Park, and a woman flew off and landed to the left of us. It feels like it was close, but it probably wasn't close. My dad just hurried up and paid and got us inside, um, so that I didn't have to see so much about what was going on. But my dad didn't like roller coasters after that. And I'm kind of okay with them, I think. Anyway, 1776 says recalibrating, 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 recalibrating. Adair says all the COVID vaccines are more harm, in my humble opinion. Yes, sir. In my humble opinion, they've already announced that they were. So, yeah. I mean, how many people had to die from them instead of what would have died if they. Oh, now I got the hiccup. Notice I said hiccup instead of hiccups because I only have one. So anyway, I think I only have one. I don't know. I might have more than one. I'm weird. I can. I'm lucky. So anyway, Oh, a blood draw dream for us, CMA nurses and lab techs. Yep, yep, yep. I have really good I didn't like needles, and this great big dude came at me, and he was coming down a really narrow hallway, and he was as big as the hallway, but I was gonna get up and walk out, and he said, sit down. So I sit down and I went like this, and he's, oh, you got great veins. And he just went ahead and played vampire on me and sucked out a whole lot of blood. They couldn't tell I was pregnant from it, but they sucked out a whole lot of blood from me. And he goes, see, you did very well. I was too afraid to pass out. I was too afraid to pass out. Anyway, 1776 is Adair agreed, and Bobby says, "Of course you're a vampire." I'm not a vampire. I mean, he was. I'm not. But, you know, it's okay. 1776 says Lamau, Bobby, and laughs. And and then 1776 is the vampire. Exactly. See, I just knew that I was talking about vampires right then when you said it, and I'm not used to other people calling them that. So, you're mine. Why wouldn't you do that? 1776 says Lamau to Bobby. Bobby says the blood drive is a pyramid scheme to feed Dracula and his minions. Just saying. 1776 says fish, piss, and vampire. Gabby says, well, y'all got to go to bed. Uh huh, right? Because we totally believe it. But no, we get it because, I mean, it's just me tonight. We're not laughing. Now, hope y'all have a great night. See y'all around the YouTube. Yep, yep, yep. Because I'm not streaming tomorrow because it's going to be my one day of the weekend that I do take for myself. I'm telling you, everything's getting all discombobulated and all changed up. Um, but um, I'll be working during the week, and so you should see me pop in. But you know that I'm just going to like type a comment and then go back to work, and then type a comment and go back to work. Um, so if I don't know that y'all are reading my thing, um, stupid me, I'm not paying attention. It's not that I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm paying attention to what's going on, but I'm not watching what's going on. I'm working, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. If I can tell that because I'm working and split-minded, that I'm not explaining myself well enough, then I'll try to explain myself. So, Gabby, I think you understood all that. Bobby's like, over the top of me. She's not here though. Oh, a storm. Never mind. I got excited for a second. Well, I wish that I wish I could deliver that level of excitement for you. I really, really do. Um, if I could if I could if I could pick that level of excitement up and drive it to your house in a heartbeat, I would do it. You know I would do it because I love her to pieces. Anyway, um, 1776 says, take care, Gabby. See you back in a couple of minutes. And then Adair's like, night, Gabby. Good night, Shinny. Good night, Adair. Thank you for coming by, sweetheart. Really appreciate you for doing that. And then Gabby says, Heidel, I pinky promise I'm going to bed. And then she's like, she's so tired. She's climbing into bed. She's laughing, waving, and sending hugs, sending hearts. And then 1776 says, take care, Adair. Gabby says, night, Adair. Adair says, night, Heidel. 1776 says, see, Gabby lurking as you get ready for the sleeps. Well, that comes like one after the other. You always have to say goodbye and wait like 90 seconds before you bell. That's what I do. I don't always, unless something really is happening and I have to say, gotta go, bye. And then, but I'll try and give 90 seconds. Bobby says, I can't burn the yarn waste because it's wet. Okay. Now, California Girl understands it was an option, but I just needed to know that that's why. Because here for storms, they'll tell us no. Water and fire don't usually work well together. You never know. No. And Bobby says, Gabby ain't going to no ding dang bed. She's a liar. Gabby says, dang it, Bobby. And Snipe says, I had a second to check in, and anal leakage is where I came in because you're special, honey. You just felt like that was your calling. You just felt like it, that was your calling, the moment to come in. 1776 says, right, Bobby? And then says, welcome back to Snipe. Bobby says, clipping it. It's, you don't have to, honey. And 1776 says mini clips. And Gabby says, Snipe, that was me, of course. What the fuck, guys? Stop it. I gotta go to bed now. Stop it. Snipe says, Gabby, always getting into bed and never getting it done. 1776 says, what the fuck, Gabby? And is laughing, laughing, laughing dead. The Ohio goodbye is now called the Gabby. Yeah, but it's not just the Midwesterners that do that. It's really not. It's not. And Gabby says, Snipe, I would say something, but I'm going to bed now. And she's sawing a log and already laughing. And Bobby says, I loved coasters, but I don't trust anything anymore. Quality for everything is shit now. Yeah, but here's the thing. If your number is coming up, you could be Elvis Presley taking a shit on the toilet and you go. I'd rather be on the roller coaster so they could say, well, damn, he had a good old time. But to say, damn, he died taking a shit, that sucks. Do you see where I'm at with this? I'm just saying. So it's when your number is up, it just is up. If your family gets to actually sue somebody for wrongful death, it's a plus. But seriously, when your number is up, your number is up. You wrote down the date and time that you were going to exit. And just because you were doing something other than what you thought doesn't mean you got to reset your time. What you doing, little Snoopy truck? I hear him moving around in there. So anyway, I'm just saying, just if things work, don't be jumping on the first new slingshot. Make sure that it's gone like 150 times before you get on it. And then make sure that they think you weigh 100 pounds more than you do. See, I'm smart. I'm smart. I ain't letting them take a look at me and make a decision because I'm going to weigh 100 pounds more than what they think I do. It is. It's little Snoopy truck. He came back into house. He went back under the tub, and now he's going back outside. See, I know what he's doing because I left the door open for him. Anyway, so Bobby says, I loved coasters. Okay, I already read that. Equality for everything's going to shit. The water, the food, seriously, the floor that you've got your bed on, everything is. So it's just like, just have fun. 1776 says, yeah, right, Gabby. You're really going to bed. And Snipe says, say hi to Mr. Gabby. Gabby says, hi to I know, I know. I can't help it. I'm the worst. 1776 says, agreed, Bobby. And Bobby says, I thought Gabby was Mr. Gabby. I ain't saying nothing. She got a husband. He might deal with this. Bobby's like, got him. Got damn. Got him. I don't know how to say it. I want to say, God damn. Got him. Got him. Got him. You got him? Like, you got him? That's like a you got him. You got him, Bobby. You got him. Now, is he worth anything? Or is it like saying God damn, but not doing it really well? So it's got him because, well, I'm not that good at being Southern. I'm really not. My grandmother would have said it that way, but my parents didn't say it that way. So I didn't get to work that out of me because it wasn't that deep into me. 1776 says, Gabby, you, me, both with the take care, good nights, lol. Gabby says, Bobby, Mr. Gabby is playing Dwarf Fortress. Aren't you playing that, honey? Because you played one time when he was playing, I thought. I don't know. 1776 says, Vampire was for me. Yep, I figured it out. Bobby says, I'm trying to do a day where I don't touch a computer, but have you met me? Yes, honey, I have. And if you succeeded for a majority of the day, I am so proud of you. I don't know how you did it. But I understand if you failed, you don't give up on yourself. You just restart tomorrow because you didn't have success today. Because every businessman didn't go in and make success the first attempt. Is sometimes it takes 100 tries. You just don't stop trying. That's the thing. Do you see? So Snipe says, I try not to touch something else. Have you met me? I get the funny feeling that you touch it anyway. It may not respond the way you want it to, but I'll stop there. 1776 says, same Bobby, lol, but I got 3 to 4 hours of offline today. Took a trip to Metro Parks. Look at you. Good for you, girl. And then she says, Snipes, laugh my fucking ass off. Too much information, maybe. How much you be drinking? Grandma's house is in the house. Oh, hi, Grandma. I bet you didn't stay long. I'm just saying, we don't have off things. We just don't. But I'm so glad that you got in here to tell her that. And Gabby's like, Grandma, ah, love you. And then Snipe says, not drinking much tonight, just tired. Grandma's house says, go to bed, Gabby. And she's laughing. 1776 says, hiya, Grandma's house. Good to see you. I passed along your message last night. Okay, but that wasn't us, so we're okay. Bobby says, I won't care what they're saying because I'll be dead. Snipe says, hello, Grandma's house. And Gabby says, Grandma, don't tell me how to live my life. Ha 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 ha. And then she's a big old heart and sing kisses. And then 1776 says, lol, Snipe. Grandma's house says, I absolutely will, Gabby. I like that. She got spunk. I like her. Um, see, Grandma, it's not fair for me to call you Grandma. Girlfriend, um, I have a mouth. Look at my, and apparently, hi, what you doing? It just taking a walk around the house without me. I mean, it was Ditto that got up, walked away, and then you just went "Zzz," and just went away. I mean, I'm just saying. So anyway, back to my conversation with girlfriend, not grandma, who is grandma's house, but she's probably younger than me. So anyway, going over there, um, I've gone into your chat a couple of times. You know that. I just don't trust my mouth or my fingers. So I because somebody, I'm a bad child, and I'm okay with it. I'm just saying. So, but welcome. Um, don't be too surprised at what we may or may not say. But come on, you're around the same generation as me, so you can't be too surprised. 1776 is Gabby. I don't think you can stop her. I don't think Gabby could stop her either. Bobby says, "Oh heck, it's Grandma. Hi." Yes, exactly. And Snipe says, "Gabby, I'll meet you in his bed in." You wait. What the fook, Snipe? Oh my God. Okay, Snipe says, Gabby, I'll meet you in bed in 15 minutes. I think Mr. Gabby's going to be standing there to your surprise with the butcher knife. Not to end you. Not to end you. Don't get me wrong. You can cut parts off. And then you don't have to worry about nothing. Gabby's like, aye, Grandma. Salutes. And big old heart and sends kisses. Grandma says, thank you, Heidel. I appreciate you. And hey, Snipe, says Grandma. 1776 says, Grandma, aw, thanks and you're welcome. Gabby says, Snipe, laughing, see you in your dreams. I'm telling you, because he'd be waking up after the mister cut that piece off. But days later. But he would be dreaming. I woke up, I had a dream. I had such a dream that I was helping my boyfriend hide a body in a coffin in the back of his truck. And he got perturbed with me. And I'm like, fine, fuck you. I don't care. Okay. So you do you, boo. And then everybody showed up. But in the process of it, he had managed to move his truck and it tilted so much that everything in the back of the truck moved aside. And where I had gone and managed to take peroxide and not the 2%, and gotten all of our DNA off everything. It was still in the back of his truck, and covered everything up. When he got stupid and moved his truck onto a curve and everything shifted, the cover came off and you could clearly see the coffin in the back of the vehicle. And then little Miss woke up, and I don't know how it ever happened, but yeah, I was having a, a dream. So you guys don't want to know what's going on in my head, do you? So yeah, so I bet you anything, Gabby, that it would be in his dreams that he would be thinking with that part, and then he would wake up and not have it. Bobby says, "Careful, Gabby, snipes a biter." That's what we heard. Um, and then 1776 says, he might like that lots, Gabby. Gabby says, Bobby, gotcha. Thumbs up. Same though. And 1776 is laughing upside down, saying Bobby. And Gabby says, Heidel, kisses, laughing. 1776 says, kiss, Gabby. Grandma's house says, I've been lurking. I heard you read the post about your dog. She's a very lucky puppy. Now, I'm a very lucky woman because, and thank you for hanging around that long. Oh my God. But yeah, no, she's so cute. I'm looking down at her and I could look at her this way a lot easier, huh? Durr. But she's just such a cutie and such a good girl. Now I'm just gonna say she's because her memory goes in and out right now. It's the double Merle memory. So, um, and the fact that she's gonna be harder to teach things to, that's just a thing. And when I do teach it, and then I have to reteach it. So, but where is I going with that? She's gonna be a handful, but she's already my inner peace is way better than it was before. So my focus isn't everybody now. It's her and Ditto and little Snoopy Truck, the cat. So I'm just saying. But I'm glad that you heard. So see, I'm glad I read it. There. Ah, Bobby says, Gate dern be tight none. Gate dern be tight none. I don't remember the taint thing last night. I totally don't remember the taint none. Except for it ain't none. So you say taint none. So okay. Now, wait. Gate dern be taint none. Okay. Something ain't nothing. Gate darn. God darn it, be ain't nothing. Okay. God darn it, ain't be nothing. Okay. Gabby says, Grandma, isn't the dog so adorable? And Bobby says, no, but I'm playing a dwarf and shooting fireballs. Oh, well, you're back on the computer, aren't you? Grandma says, um, okay, I'm gonna have to really work at not reading grandma, and just saying girlfriend. Grandma says, hello to you too, Bobby. I know they say hello to you, so I will. she's been around a while tonight, Bobby. You got busted. Grandma said hello to you. Look at you. Bobby says, yeah, but if I try to do the same thing as businessmen and fail, I go to prison. Me too. Me too. Except for, I don't know, I've managed to become a businesswoman. I don't know how. I've managed to do it. I mean, I threatened to quit if I didn't get to buy it. And surprise! They said, call you bluff. Oops, sorry, baby. Yes, I see. Tell me that she's deaf. Did she not just hear me laugh like that? She totally heard me laugh like that. Do you see what I'm saying? She can hear. And she's got the double Merle fuck you gene. And yes, the hearing is a part of it, but so is the attitude. Bobby, it's split up and I'm confused because the green part is still over you, but now the blue part is down below the green part, and is way south of you, where it was the two parts together. So I'm thinking one part is the rain and one part is the thunderstorm. I'm just thinking. I don't know, but that's what the weather thing says. And no, I would not show you the weather thing because if I showed you the weather thing, everybody would know where you live in your mind, and they can't do that unless you want to tell them that. And I'm not going to do that. Bobby says, "Yeah, Grandma, they're mean to me here because we love him. We love him so, and we're so mean to him." Right. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. That's right. Don't believe him. Um, so anyway, 1776 is, I see the wheels turning with the touching, Lamau. What did I do? What did I do? Wait a minute. I see the wheels turning with the touching. I ain't even really sure about this statement. It's scary. I see the wheels turning with the touching. Who's touching what? And then she says Lamau to Shinny. And Grandma says, I've been here most of the stream, just couldn't chat. Yes, if you caught that we got chewed out by Bobby for not saying hello to him, then you have been here for most of it. So wow. Um, and and Grandma says, no, you can call me Grandma. And is laughing. And we're just gonna have to see who was born in what decade. I'm in the 60s. What decade were you? There you go. That's gonna help me out a lot. So even if you need to fib, it might help me out. Okay. Bobby says, law. And 1776 says, hi, how you doing? Law. Grandma says, I love the name Ditto. I heard the entire story. So heartwarming. Well, Ditto has his own story. Her, her, hers, her name, um, and we kind of just morphed it while I was driving home with her, is Celestial Nova. So it's like a new life and a new light. So she gets that name. Ditto is he saved my life because I had Moon, and Moon was a double Merle with the deficiencies of the hearing and the sight also. Plus he didn't have a good sense of smell. So my employer poisoned him, and after a year of seizures, he finally passed away. I was so angry and I was so alone and I was so dangerous. I could tell I've never been dangerous to myself and I never would be dangerous to myself, but I felt like I could have been dangerous to myself. So I started looking for a dog and I found I found one like 70 miles away and I was pissed at my employer. So I just got up and I just walked out and went and got him. But I went to go get another dog, one of his siblings. I, anyway, the two dogs got pregnant at the same time. I've had the same problem um, by the same daddy. So it's like a half sibling. So anyhow, I wasn't real thrilled because I didn't really want a healer. But it was like I need a heart to watch over, and I promised Moon that I would get a heart that needed me. Um, and again, this was Monday, and Moon died on Saturday. And while I was talking to the lady, all of a sudden I caught movement out of the corner of my eye, and Moon came around the shed. A little white or Ditto came. No, Ditto. Yes, Ditto came around the shed. A little white ball, and I'm like, "Oh, can I have that one instead?" And she said yes. So now I'm feeling like, okay, got it. I'm gonna be better. And then what had happened was, as we were talking and taking care of the paperwork, she said, this is really funny. But Saturday, I had a couple who stayed here for 2 hours talking me out of, trying to talk me into letting them have him. And I said, no, I was going to keep him. And and I'm listening to her story, and she goes, they just kept trying and trying, but I just dug my heels in, and because I was going to keep him. And then you just asked, and I said yes. And I'm like, what time Saturday? And she said 3 o'clock. And I said, that's when Moon died. And she goes, oh. And I said, Moon was holding him for me. That's all. And so I believe Moon was holding him for me. Well, I don't name animals. I named Celestial, and First Mama chipped in with the Nova. Um, but I was letting him figure out his name when we were driving home. We've got a few miles to drive. So when I'm driving home, I'm saying a whole bunch of different words, right? And I hadn't said ditto since we wore them back in the day, right? So um, I went ahead, and somehow or another, I just blew it out of my mouth, ditto. And he looked up, and he ran over to me, and surprise, surprise, jumped on my lap, came up and sat on my shoulder, just like Moon did when I first got Moon. And Ditto was his name. So by the time we got to the animal, the tack and feed place here in town, um, I put him down. He's following me around. He took off from the tack, and he walked down the aisle. I was talking to three of the employees who all knew Moon and loved him to pieces. And now I got the puppy, and I had to tell them that Moon passed away, and it was all hard on me. And and this one goes walking down the aisle, and makes a left, and I'm like, Ditto, come back here. And he turned around, came right back. And they're like, he knows his name. So yeah, that's how Ditto got his name. So we're just I'm weird. So thank you. Ditto has his own story. She has her own story. Moon had his own story. It they had to be special. Bobby says, we're all mad here. And 1776 says, mad as the Mad Hatter. Bobby says, here's the hat, here's the butt. Well, and then Carmen told me don't worry about it because sometimes she sounds like me. So, but I'm working when I'm listening to AJ. And so, it's a thing. But sometimes I'll go over there and I'll listen and I will try to lurk, but I'm going to try and say hi more often. Snipe says, I need to get over there to play games again. And Bobby says, I ain't good at games, by the way. I am not good at those brain kind of games because even though I know the answer, I can't remember the answer. Bobby says, me too. I want a few. Lol. Okay then. 1776 says, Kahoot was fun yesterday, Snipe. Grandma says, ow, I just bit my tongue. She didn't say it, I did. I wonder if it's bleeding. Um, Grandma says, we would love to have you anytime, Snipe. Snipe says, I've had the Bobbit dream a couple times. Scary. Look, I told Lorena to put it in the damn garbage disposer. The woman didn't listen. Okay? I'm just going to say, she did not follow instructions. She did not follow instructions. I'm just saying. I've been telling, I'm just saying. Um, Bobby says scary, or Snipe says scary times. Grandma says always Heidel. And Bobby says, "Oh, sure, yeah, that was a dream. It was. I don't have a boyfriend, so I know it was a dream." Um, 1776 says, "Love it, Grandma." And Bobby says, "We heard that because you said you were bitten by Snipe." I wasn't bitten by Snipe. And 1776 is laughing at Bobby. She is adorable for sure. Grandma says, "Her memory is like mine." Exactly. We have double Merle memory. It works. And Bobby says, "Shinny left the farm. I do that a lot." Gabby says, "She's not asleep." I'm sorry. I had to say that. Bobby laughing. "You think I'm bad? Well, you don't really know Grandma." Yeah. And Grandma says, "I haven't heard of the double Merle, so I Googled it while you were reading the post. They're very special dogs." Yeah. And back in the day, they were immediately once upon birth, they were immediately because the cowboys couldn't take a risk on whether or not they were going to be working dogs or disabled dogs. So they just because the double merle genes when they come out white like this, they are the that's the telltale sign of the disabilities. So they used to off them right there. Bobby says, "Ask Gabby about the taint." She knew about the taint last night. Snipe says, "Later, peeps. Love y'all. Even you, Gabby. Out to water the dog in the snow. Is it snowing, Snipe?" Cool. Anyway, um, later if you come back. If not, have a good night's sleep. 1776 says, "It ain't taint if it ain't taintin'." Bobby says, "I know, Grandma. I've played a few games, lol." And Bobby says, "She's a hoot." And 1776 says, "Take care, Snipe. Don't eat the yellow snow." And Gabby says, "Bobby, oh, Grandma knows all about the taint." And Snipe says, "Yes, we got 3 or 4 inches today. Trust me, I know what 3 or 4 inches looks like. It's a goal, ain't it?" And Gabby says, "Snipe, night, night," and then just does an exhausting s- snore and then sends a couple of air kisses. Bobby says, "How does Grandma know about the taint, but Shinny doesn't? Because I'm an idiot. I don't know stuff." And Grandma says, "Night, Snipe." And then she says, "Bobby, I know a lot. Well, I need to be educated." And then Gabby says, "Bobby, well, Grandma just knows because she's Grandma. Also, you don't need to know, just know she knows." Gabby says, "Grandma." And then loving her eyeballs. And then kisses. And then she's cool. And then Bobby says, "The taint is also known as the gooch." Okay, my brain went right to the vajayjay. Okay, right into the box, right into the V down there. So I'm not sure if you're talking the same thing I'm talking. Tank sure at all. In 1776's law, I just saw Snipes' snow chat needed approval, and it's now after his good night. Oh, well, but he answered the question on the snow. Gabby says, "Bobby, Grandma invented that term gooch." Bobby says, "Also the grundle." Grandma says, "I came in when you had been live 8 minutes." Oh, trust me, there wasn't anything exciting going on. There never is. I'm just saying, we are what we are here. Hmm. See, I barely move that, and then it goes way far away. Gabby says, Grandma also invited that one as well. Invented that one as well. Grandma says, I was born in the 50s. Okay, I can call you Grandma. I don't feel bad, even though you're more like an older sister. But I got Cynthia for that. 1776 says, left my fucking ass off. It, the wheels turning with the touching was to the look on your face when you read Snipes' touch and chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was, gotcha. That was a little weird, wasn't it? Grandma says, my birthday is Monday. I'll be 70. Okay, well, happy birthday because that's the 10th, isn't it? Or is it the 11th? I don't know what day is today. Today is Saturday and it's the 8th and the 9th and the look, it's the 10th. So happy birthday, Grandma. And um yeah, look, I'm only like uh, 5 years and 2 months behind you. There. 1776 says, "Go to bed, Gabby." Gabby says, "Grandma, I can't wait. Love, 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 love. Gifts." And then Gabby says, Heidel, I know I'm gonna go after. I'm done with this one. Wait. I know I'm gonna go right after I'm done with this one last thing. Sure. And 1776 says, Happy early birthday, Grandma. And then she says, This one thing, Gabby, okay, I suppose. And Grandma says, Thank you, Heidel. Mhm. And then says, It'll be fun, Gabby. Now go to sleep, you lar. Excuse me, just saying. 1776 says, Welcome, Grandma. I might shorten your name, though. You're not old enough to be my gran. She ain't old enough to be mine either. 5 years and 2 months. She was an active little critter. And then her offspring was active also. I'm just saying. Gabby says, Grandma, night love ya. And Grandma says, Heidel, I'm everyone's grandma. And then Grandma says, I see that and I think it's great, says 1776. Gabby says, Bobby, just so you know, she's not the kind of grandma that has cookies. Just so you know. Oh, wait, just a moment. Shizzy and MG Law, no, it was MG Law and the expert both wanted cookies from me. So I want to get together, with like well, kind of I want to do one of the Dollywood days, but I want to have like an Airbnb so that I can make some of my cookies and then just hand my cookies to them and then keep going because I don't like hanging out with people in real life. Contrary to what people might say, I might like walk up, talk to them, give them a hug, and move on. But I don't want to spend the day with people. I don't like people that much. I don't like me that much. I don't trust me that well. So it's easier for me to just take my anxious little ass over, um, boom, do a flashbang and run off, and then go, woo, see, I know I didn't bug them. So yeah, because I had it for the longest time on my stream. Um, I don't bake cookies because yeah, no, but I promised them that I would. So Grandma's house says, nope, no cookies, just steak and bacon. Um, And well, I do bread too. I do bread. I do a lot of things. I do canning. I do cook. 1776 says, Grandma laughing. And Bobby says, if you weren't bitten by a snipe, why did you say it then? I didn't say I was bitten by a snipe. I said I'm a biter. And then I scared Snipe when I said I was a biter. Cause yeah, it was no, I don't think I said that I bit Snipe. I said that I'm a biter and that scared him. That scared him big time. I'm just saying. I don't remember saying that. The pinky is 6 inches every time. Sure. Yeah. Right. 6 centimeters is not inches. 1776 says it's a goal. thought that was funny. And then Gabby's laughing, saying, Shitty, I love you. Peace out, Cub Scout. Peace out, girlfriend. Bobby says, Nah, that's the growler. In 1776 says, Night, night, Gabby. Just a twitch weird. And Bobby says, Tina, come get some ham. And Bobby says, What happened to Grandma's cookies? We all stopped making cookies because you know what? Y'all just like the frozen cookie shit that we put in the refrigerator and then you wouldn't wait for them to bake. So it's like that. But no, I made, I used to make cookies for Christmas. Um, gosh, about 5 years ago was the last time that we made cookies. My friend came over and we made over 3,000 cookies. It was exhausting. So, yeah, I'm not, I kind of got the cookie shit out of me, you know? I just, I'll get back into the, I'm wanting to make cookies. I mean, right now I'm thinking I might make a lemon meringue pie for Thanksgiving, but that means I get to eat it all, which means I get to freeze some of it and eat it and freeze some of it and eat it. It's so good that way. So, anyhow, um, Bobby says, Gabby probably ate them in bed. Well, she's in bed now. Chloe's in the house now. Hello, Chloe. And she says, Hey to everyone. And 1776 says, Hiya, Chloe. Grandma's house says, Hey, Chloe. And Bobby says, No, you definitely said you were bitten by snipe. I don't remember. I'd have to hear the context of it because unless it was one of those stupid things I say backwards, I ain't never been bitten by snipe. I mean, that would be like wrong. That'd be like being bitten by you, and that would be like wrong. I wouldn't. That would be like wrong. 1776 says, and the biter debate goes on. Yeah, but we know Bobby's going to have proof for me. I could probably go back and watch or read the stream, but I don't remember that. Why would I say that Bobby bit me unless I was talking about it in the game? But that doesn't even sound like I don't know. You also called Snipe a dog. Well, you know, have you met him? I'm just saying. Um, huh, really. Chloe says, Hi, Heidel. Hi, Grandma. And Bobby says, You called Snipe a dog, then he bit you. Oh, really? I don't remember that conversation. Look, my problem is I seriously don't remember that conversation. But if I called him a dog, and then said that he bit me, it would make sense that I would call him that I would say he bit me because then he was a dog when he bit me. But we both know, no, I don't know. That's weird. I've been snipe hunting, but I wasn't bitten. You know, did you hear that, Grandma? Did you hear that snipe um got his deer yesterday? Him's got his deer. Did you see that? It's a beaut. We're also happy for him. He did. Um, yeah, and I think we're all snipe hunting back in the day, um, until we knew better, you know. Bobby says, "Oh, great, now I bit you." No, you didn't bite me. That would be wrong. Stop. 1776 says, "Now it's Bobby bit you, not Snipe." No. Are you guys just like putting my brain in a blender because it feels like it? Bobby says, This is why I wanted to be the cat. Oh, blame me. Right now, I want to be the cat. Yes, that is weird. I'm telling you, it's either one of you, that would be weird. But look, okay. And then the cats bite me more than the dogs do. Okay. But I'm just saying, ditto, as you can tell, if I have to pop little miss a whole lot more to get her attention, Ditto's going to end up biting me. So I'm just saying. Bobby says, I bet Snipes deer bit you too. I don't think so. Grandma says, so happy for him. Yeah, on that deer, so were we. Bobby says, You just said I bit you. No, I just said that. Okay. What I thought I said was that would be odd if I said you bit me. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and have these conversations because when I am saying it, it makes sense. Are you having a bad day out there, little Snoop? I hear him talking. Anyway, Bobby, I can't read it. I can't see it, and I don't remember it. I would be such a good witness on stage or on the stand, wouldn't I? I really would be. Because I'd be so honest. It's sad. But I'm going to trust you in 1776. No, you said Bobby bit you, but meant snipe. Now I got two of you messing with my head. I don't remember it. I'm going to go back and listen. I rather be nibbled on, not bitten, says Grandma. Well, but see, that's the thing. It was odd. Yes, it would be very odd. I agree with you. I agree with you. It would be very odd. But yeah, Grandma, no. Um, I accidentally mentioned a little biting, meaning nibbling, and like picturing me being put up in Salem and them getting ready to put the fire on my feet because they disagreed with it. So, yeah, it was weird. Bobby says it was odd. 1776 is very odd. Snipe says moose can give nasty bites. God dang it, Snap. I say it. See, I know I will say things under a like a sample context or something and then the words will be used against me and not mess with my head because we know that it lives in the blender anyway and you guys just come along and hit pulse. So anyhow, um instead of fire it's just snipe biting you. Why would fire be biting me? Hmm, no, no. Bobby says Shinny was definitely bitten by a moose. 1776 is lol to Snipe because Snipe said moose can is it is it moose for more than one moose? Is it still a moose? Is like four moose? I'm just saying. What's the name for mini mooses? I only know moose and squirrels. So what's the name for mini moose? For lots of moose. That kind of makes sense. What's the name for lots of moose? The moose. It would be mice, although that would make sense too because mouse mice. It would make anyway. Hello, how are we? Bobby says instead of fire, it's just snipe biting you. Shinny was definitely bitten by a moose, and 1776 is like lol snipe, and Bobby's like fire has sharp pointy teeth. Yes, here it does. And look at the bones. And Snipe says, "My sister was bitten by a moose." Oh my gosh, it was a baby? Bobby says, "Moosin is for meese." Grandma says, "It's Mises." Plural of moose is moose, says 1776. Thank you. You're the only one that I trusted right there in that answer because I just felt like Bobby Moosin is for meese was a little bit misdirective. And then I felt like grandma, being the bigger sister that she is, was like, I'll get her. I'm going to tell her it's Mises and make her walk around in life and say moose or Mises and laugh at her whole life. And so then that came along. Heidel is full of shit, says Bobby. I don't think so. I don't I don't think so. See, and so I have barbecue sauce on my lips. I still have I still have things to 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 eat. See, and then I went ahead and typed it in there, and Google says that the plural of moose is moose. It's the exact sentence that she put in there. So yes, it's good. We're good. Thank you, Heidel. Um, Snipe says she was raised by moose. Grandma says, "What? What? You don't trust me?" No more than I would an older sister that found me annoying tagging behind you and your friends. Okay? I'm just going to be honest there. 1776 says, "Law, Bobby, 36 years in Alaska. Law, Snipe, more like wolves." Grandma says, "Oh my God, you are right. I would definitely do that, Shinny." Well, yeah, you see how I am? I done pegged you for a bigger sister, not my grandma. Bobby said, "Pfft, I've got the internet." That's how I felt. I have the internet. How's your weather? It's staying right over the top of you. The green part is, but the blue part has moved down to the south. So I don't know. Um, and Bobby says, wolves is also incorrect. It's woofs. Yes, I buy woofs. I agree with woofs. I think it should be woofs. Do you notice how crashed out she is? I need to wake her up because she didn't know where the bedroom was last night. She she thought she had hey, hey, hi. Wake up, sis. Wake her up. Wake her up. Wake her up. Take her outside and play with her. Take her outside for potty squat and the poop poop de doo. Take her. Take her outside. Take her outside. Come get her. I know. Come take sis. Hey, you. Go outside with brother. I know. We love you. Take her outside. Go first make sure that little Snoopy truck's not out there. And then come take her outside to play with her. You're not listening. I know I'm holding meat in my hand, but it's not for you. Mm-mm. But I will give you a piece if you take her outside and play with her. Look at, she's bored. She needs to be played with. That sounded wrong. Sorry, Bobby. That was a freebie. And you could go outside. Go on. Come on. Come outside with brother. Come on. Come on. Go outside with brother. Go outside. Take her outside. Take her outside. Go on. Come get her. She forgot to go with you. Here she comes. Take her outside. Go outside. See, now then you turned around. She turned around. Go outside with brother. Go outside with brother. You got little bloody nose? Let me see your nose. Took a little bloody nose? Just a little bit. It's okay. It's a nose. It heals. It heals. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It just it's always kind of been not healed yet. It'll heal. You're still young. So anyway, he double checked that he should like get his piece of steak before he got her outside. And in the process of it, she was going outside and he turned around to check on me and she said, "Well, then screw it," and came back. Take her outside. Take her outside. Take her outside. Go outside. Come on. Take her. Take her. Go outside. Take her. Take her outside. Take her outside. Take her. She's not going with you. She's not going with you, you dingleberry. I know you're outside. I can see you, but the idea was to take her. Come get. You're not listening. He's the one that can hear. You're like, I'll just go back to sleep. You're a little butthead too. Go outside with Britta. It's not happening. It's not happen. It's it's not happening. Um anyway, yeah, I like the woofs then. Bobby's like, hey, hey, hey. And then grandma says, she's like, leave me alone. I'm dreaming. I know that's what she was doing. And last night I woke her up and then she forgot to go back to sleep. And he was like, I don't want to go outside and play. It's too late. And because it was past his bedtime. Right now it's not past his bedtime, but she's not going outside because it's past her bedtime. And I'm just telling you that she has decided that I'm getting up at 7 o'clock whether I want to or not. I can feed her and go back to bed, but dang it, she wants her food at 7 a.m. So, excuse me, bless her sweet little heart. Um, they are beautiful dogs. They really, really are. And they're normally really good. And again, Ditto did go outside, you know, so we can't blame him. We can't blame him for the distraction of her thing. Oh, she's going. She's going. She's going. She's stretching. Go potty squat. She going outside. Oh, he gets his piece of steak. He's going to get his piece of steak. Okay, so for right now, we're just going to shut that one off until they come back in. So I don't want to have to worry about that doggy camera for a moment. How great is that? He's going to get his piece of steak. Anyway, 1776 agreed with Grandma. Snipe says maybe there's a striped cat to play with. Um, no striped pussies out there. Um, remember, little Snoopy truck is black and white like a cow, like a heifer, like we are. So just saying. Bobby says that was a twofer. I probably gave you a whole lot there, didn't I, baby? Because why not? Why not? Um, and then 1776 says no snipe, just no striped wildcats. Not in the backyard. Grandma says, no striped pussies out there. None. None. And Bobby's laughing. And Grandma's laughing. And Bobby says, Lamau, the look on Ditto's face, I'm telling you, he's got such a face that tells you so much, doesn't he? Bless his sweet little heart. I'm so glad that I keep tissue around because, you know, I didn't have any on my desk after moving everything around. Leave the they are some food driven dogs, and she keeps going back to the food dishes every time she wakes up thinking, is it food time yet? She's I'm overfeeding her to help her heal faster. So what you doing, Shorty? Mm? Okay, hold on. You're right. I said I'd give you a piece. That's not really the piece I said I'd give you, but take that for now. Oh, just hang on. Just hang on. Just hang on. You're right. Just hang on. Just hang on. Hold on. I have to bite you off a piece. Okay? It's a big piece. You're welcome. She's like, wait, why don't I get a piece? I went out and played too. Hold on. No, ditto. Did I say I was going to give you two pieces? I think I said I'd give you two pieces, huh? Okay. Ditto, set pretty. Wait a minute. Set pretty. No, you can't. No, 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 no. Good girl. Now let me wipe my fingers off because I've got a whole bunch of barbecue sauce on my fingers. That's all. No more. Go lay down. What? You took him. No, you did good boy job, but that's all. You did good boy job. She's like, I want some. No, I didn't promise you any. I didn't promise you a rose garden. Uh, okay, wait. I have to. This is the bad thing is that they keep it in the dark mode and I can't see. Anyway, um, Bobby was laughing. Grandma was laughing. Bobby says, Lamau, the look on Ditto's face and laughing. 1776 is laughing. And Bobby says, he doesn't trust you're going to give him the meat. Exactly. Exactly. But look, he got two pieces, didn't he? Grandma, stripped wild cat equals skunks. Um, and we've been lucky that we haven't had any. He's not liking them like he was, because he was liking them, and he's not liking them so much anymore now. Um, he's not liking them so much. I don't know if it's because he gets his bath way earlier than the beauty salon gives it to him, or what. But yeah, no, he's like, I don't. You little shithead, just lay down. Lay down, go night night. Lay down, go night night. Lay down, go night night. Lay down. Lay down. No, I thought so too. That is not, those are a pair of boots. They're not yours. Bobby says, it's also something else. Well, I was behaving, Bobby says 1776. Grandma says, oh, Heidel, gotcha. They smell different. Ditto thinks they're fun. Well, he used to think they're fun. I don't think he's thinking they're fun anymore. Bobby says, gotta give it the old landing strip. Exactly. And then 1776 says, lol. Bobby says, there's another one. And 1776 says, Grandma, like rotten fish, probably. I don't think they smell like rotten fish. Okay, I might be weird. I might like the smell of skunk. But then again, skunkweed doesn't really offend me that much either. Grandma's house is just laughing up a storm after 1776 was dying laughing. And Snipe is over there saying 1776, what are you talking about? And Grandma's house is like, yes, I don't laughing. And 1776 is saying, Laws, grow up and read. And Bobby's like, yes. And 1776 says, maybe so or maybe no. Bobby says, definitely yes. And 1776 says, I didn't promise you a rose garden. My went straight to the book, Law. Oh, and Bobby's just like slapping his forehead because he probably went straight to the music with me. But I don't know nothing about the book called The Rose Garden because I wasn't there for it. But you know what? I have two dogs who just went outside and emptied their bodies because they weren't out there playing. I could tell they weren't out there playing. That would just have been too funny for them to have gone out and played. But I'm thinking it's almost like 9 o'clock. So I went, bye. Hey, okay. I didn't say that I heard little Snoopy move that time, right? Because all of a sudden, little Miss Deaf heard something outside. See, she ain't that deaf. She heard something outside and she got up and went trotting out. She has such a beautiful trot. She went out to trot. So I think she knows that the cat might be having access to the outside world. And so I think she went to go check on She went to go check on the pussycat. I'm just saying. Um, so Bobby says somehow that bit about the strip pussies completely went over your head. No, I totally got that. The landing strip, I totally got it. I wasn't overly impressed by it because, well, it was factual. It's not something I ain't seen before. Been there, done that. There's the answer. 1776 is laughing at Bobby. You got to remember, we were full frontal in the day. That was her saying hi, folks. We were full frontal in the day, and then slowly it started getting trimmed back and made nicer. And y'all just think you invented that cleaner look. No, it's like right now, all the dudes shaving off their facial growth. Bitch, please, we done shaved off our growth way before y'all thought that that was cool. So I'm just saying, it's congratulations for the next couple of generations thought they made up for it. No, we were already there. We done played all the different games. So it didn't go over my head. 1776 is laughing at Bobby. Grandma's laughing, saying, I know, so funny. And then Snipes like over your head is nice, Bobby. Well, it's just a little bean. It's not a full head. 1776 is laughing at Snips. Bobby's like, oh, for fuck's sake, laugh my ass off. What are you doing under my legs? Um, hey, you want to be special? There, be special. Sit down. Do you want to lay down and behave? You want to lay down and behave? Lay down. Oh, I've got food here. That's right. You got two tricks for food. No, fook you. You ain't getting any. You got yours. Don't give me the evil look. I swear to God, y'all can't see his full on face. I'll try. Hold on. Oh, they still can't because, well, I got myself right over it. Right? You gonna tell them what you think? Tell them what you think. It's okay. Tell them what you think. Go ahead. Tell them. What do you think? But I love you. You funny looking little critter, you. Um, Bobby says it's can you pickle a cucumber all over again? And then 1776 says, right, Bobby? Laugh my fucking ass off. Okay, I am a little too analytical sometimes, but trust me, I get where I am. Um, and again, it's kind of like, you know, watching somebody get offed in front of you. I don't go into a panic. I wait a couple of weeks. It's like, yeah, okay, we got a job to do. It's cool. So it's a thing. Yeah, he knows. Um, so anyway, Bobby's just slapping his forehead. Grandma's saying that look, yeah, he's got a look. And Snipe is saying he wants to go to bed. No, he wants the rest of the steaks that I have here. I sliced some steak up really thin, um, and then I barbecued it. And he's like, okay, now it's mine. I want it because he got two pieces. He got two pieces and some gristle, and now he wants the rest. And he knows I got the rest, so he's like, "I'm just gonna sit here, and she gonna give me some." And I'm like, "No, you ain't gonna get any more. You already done the job that I asked you to do, and I gave you the two pieces that I said they were two pretty good pieces because little Miss got a small piece." So anyway, I could ask him the night night word, and you will see him get up and go. Um, because it that's but it's only 10 o'clock. So normally he'll get up at the 10 o'clock that he's used to, and he'll go in there on his own. Um, or if I move just right, he'll be like, "Okay, it's time. Let's go to bed." So he's a creature of control too. Um, so Grandma says, so pitiful. 1776 says, his look on his face, he's got him. He was giving me the evil eye, though. Grandma says, he looks like the kid that says, I'm not sleepy. I want a treat. His eyes are so heavy, but he wants more. Yeah, well, he is tired, but because little sis is currently under my chair, he's going to sit here and make sure, but he makes sure she's okay. So he's having a hard time, even in bed, relaxing and not keeping an eye on her, especially since she fell out of bed the first night. Because he thought she was going to be okay, but she fell out of bed, and ever since then, he's just having a really hard time sleeping. Huh. Do you want to go night night? Do you want to go night night? Night night. See you soon. You gonna take little cuz or little cuz? You gonna take little sis with you? You gonna go night night with brother? No. What'd you come back here for? What'd you come back here for? Hey, what'd you come back here for? Okay, you go night night. We're getting ready. I'm getting ready to end this. I'm getting ready to end this shit show. I mean, it's not been that bad, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay, so well now you guys get like I don't know both sides of my head. Duh. Okay, so yeah, I'm because ever since the time change, I'm off. We get her, she throws us even more off. So, and then I'm having dreams, and I'm not used to having dreams. Um, and then we have to get up. We're gonna go down the hill tomorrow, and we're gonna go for a walk. Oh, yummy, yummy is playing talk with somebody. Oh, good. Um, I feel so bad. We left yummy, yummy. Um, she didn't come over into chat, so we didn't think to. I didn't think. I didn't think to let her know that oh we're not playing games tonight because Cuz isn't here. Cuz and Snipe aren't here. So oops, blew that. But I was thinking because there's okay. Except for the last night on the confusion thing when we ended up meeting Yummy, if we'd have known about Yummy, we could have played 2 on 2 on 2 last night. So, oh, we're going to have to um, work that out so that we can play the 2 on 2 on 2 because we all want to do that, right? We want a good big orgy in the talk room. I'm just saying. So, anyway, Grandma says that's precious. 1776 is, oh, he's such a sweet boy. Yeah, he went to bed. Um, and Grandma's like, I'm with him. It's time for me to get off of here too. And for us, 1776 says, take care, sleep well, Grandma. And Grandma says, you too, Heidel. Grandma, thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you so much. At some point, we'll get you over in my Discord, and that way, then, because I know you're comfortable on camera, you want to come on you can enjoy and just be part of the chit chat and put your hair down and not worry about kids in the house. Just enjoy and talk. So we'll have to do that. Gabby can help you. Well, I don't know because I have my Discord, so I think only Queen and I are the only two that are allowed to send out invites. We'll figure out how to get you one, okay? And that way, then you'll know, and then you'll know. We'll give you instructions on where to find out how to because you're a streamer to come online and boom 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 boom. So thank you for coming with and coming and hanging out. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll be watching you. Everybody, go over to Grandma's house. Well, it sounds like everybody here already has. In fact, y'all have. So there, Grandma. Everybody here watches you too. See? So there, that works out well. Um, I like it when it's a cozy little group like this and they all know everybody. That's like so neat. I'm just saying. Um, Bobby says, we don't think. I don't think. I don't think, which is why then Bobby uses my words against me. Dang it, Bobby. So anyway, um, and 1776 says, thanks, Grandma. And then Bobby says, oh, yeah, Queen's a wuss. Queen's a wuss. And Snipe says, later, Grandma. See you in games some night. And we'll have to get her to play games with us on some Saturday night also. Get her to join Board Game Arena because we play tabletop and board games kind of things. So then you can play with us. Um, Chloe says, good night, everyone. Good night, Chloe. Thank you for coming by too. Grandma says, I enjoyed your stream. So glad I made it in. I'm glad you made it here too, because the last time you got here just as we were ending everything. And I felt so bad, but this time you got in there all the way. So that sounded so wrong. It sounded so wrong. Phrasing is what I'm hearing in my head. Um, Anyway, 1776 is take care and sleep well, Chloe. That would be fun to have a 2v2v2 and talk. Well, it's just at least once to give it a try and see if we like it. Bobby says, good night, y'all. It was cool seeing y'all. So everybody's getting the whole good night. Good night, Chloe. Good night, Grandma. Good night, Snipe. Good night, 1776. I think we're all getting ready to go. Snipe is like a threesome cubed. Exactly. Cynthia's like, I'm done for the night too. Good night, Cynthia. We are too. But look, we figured out we might have enough to do the 2v2v2. 1776 says, take care, sleep well, Cynthia. And Grandma says, hope to see you, Snipe. Snipe says, good night, Bobby and Sin. And and Grandma says, sounds good. And 1776 says, take care, sleep well, Bobby. And Snipe says, good night, Shinny. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, Snipe. You too enjoy your brother. Okay. And then on your way home, be safe. Bobby says, don't bite anyone, Snipe. Apparently, if I bit you or you bit me, let's stop that. Grandma's house says, I love that too, Shinny. And says, all the way. And she's laughing. I'm just saying, I say things that's just wrong, right, correct phrasing. Snipe says, I don't make promises I can't keep, Bobby. 1776 says, that would be fun for you to join us in games, Grandma. See, I'm telling you. And see y'all on the flip side. Thanks. Thank you for tuning in and joining in the conversation. If you're enjoying the content and want to see more, 1776 says, smash that thumb, ring that bell, and sub to the heifer, Shinnygram. Yo, rock still. And 1776 says, take care, Snipe. And you know what's more important is I'm sitting here saying, thank you to everybody else, and y'all take care. Have a good one. Bobby, I love you. Cuz, feel better soon. Grandma, thanks for joining us. 1776, thanks for doing everything you did. Cynthia, I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Snipe, enjoy that there. Okay? Everybody, Chloe, thanks for coming. Good night, Gabby. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, we have played. For some it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I just can't beat you now. We hate to leave you, Chet. It's been fun having you round. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, game's been played. Muscles in your head Won't like it if I stay and play. Huggers, buggers to you each. We'll be going, you know I have to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, the games have all been played.